going on, guys? Trey back again here to bring you another video. Today is Wednesday, April 4th, 2012. Got some big MMA news today. It's been a little while. We haven't had a lot going on in MMA, and finally things are starting to come back up with probably some of the worst news in MMA currently. Probably the worst news of this year. Maybe some of the worst news in MMA history. The number 2 heavyweight in the world, Alistair Overeem, has tested positive for steroids pretty much. His test levels were reportedly 10 to 1, reported by the Nevada State Athletic Commission. 10 to 1. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I mean, I did a video a while ago talking about Alistair Overeem and steroids, saying that, do you guys think he is? Do you think he isn't? And based on that video, what I said was I didn't think he was. Really what I meant was that he hasn't tested positive. So even though he's having trouble with his testing, this was before the Brock Lesnar fight, we can't, innocent until proven guilty. We can't say for sure that he has taken something. He certainly looks like he's taken something. And, his strength, the strength that he shows in his fights, is just so crazy that you think he's taken something. But until he actually tests positive, you don't know for sure. Now, that being said, there is a slight chance, and I say slight because it's probably only 10%, 20% that this could be corruption in the Nevada State Athletic Commission, but I mean, I highly doubt it. 90% chance probably. Most likely, Alistair Overeem has taken steroids for years. It has been probably since, who knows, since he blew up. You could probably trace it back. It's probably been 4 years now, 3 years, 4 years, something like that he's been taking stuff. So this is catastrophic news for the UFC. The UFC is going to lose tens of millions of dollars on this for sure. Not just millions, tens of millions for sure. Because everybody wanted to see Alistair Overeem fight the top guys in the world. He probably is, he's ranked number 2. But, he probably is the best heavyweight in the world. I believe he is. You may think differently, but I think that if he walked in against Junior Dos Santos, he would have won that fight. But the fact that he's on steroids is just like, who cares? Because he's cheating, basically. It's not a fair fight. Junior Dos Santos, if he was on steroids, he'd look more like Overeem. And it comes down to it again. Is it possible to be a professional athlete like that, a fighter, at the top level, and look like that? Be 265 pounds, ripped to shreds. Is it possible? I mean, I don't know. That's the thing about it, is that, before this I was kind of saying, well, maybe Alistair's like the anomaly. He can look that, he can be that strong and that big and that ripped. But in reality, unless you're a professional bodybuilder and you're on a lot of junk anyway, or even if you're a natural bodybuilder and, the only thing you focus on is how you look, then okay. If you're a natural bodybuilder and that's all you do is just train to look a certain way, then okay, you can do it. You can make it happen. But a guy who has to fight, a guy who has to compete and has to work on cardio, running, all this different stuff, and strength, like true strength, you got to do all these other things. You don't have time to be sitting there bodybuilding all day long. If you're going to do it naturally, the fact of the matter is, guys, when it comes down to it, you just can't look like that without taking tests. You just can't do it. You can take, no explode. You can take nitrogen oxide. You can take to get your veins pumping. You can take creatine all you want. You can take all these different supplements and all this stuff. The fact of the matter is, you can't look like that and still be a pro athlete at the same time without taking shit. You just can't do it. You can't look like Alistair Overeem and not be taking stuff. You just can't. It's just, I'm sorry to say, maybe there's a couple guys out there that have the test levels naturally to be able to get close to that, to looking that way and to being that strong and that ripped. But the reality is that, to peak that little extra bit and really get that extra couple inches on your biceps so that they stick up that extra little bit, to get that extra strength in your grip, to get that extra everything, that extra ripness. Without testosterone, I can't see it happening. Now, he was able to avoid it for a while, but they caught him right after the UFC press conference. They made them all test, and sure enough, he popped. So that was that. They get their paycheck. They get their funding from him now because they can fine him. The fight is canceled. The fight is off. Damn, man. Who's going to be facing JDS? Probably Frank Mir. Probably. Am I excited to see that? Well, not really. I expect JDS to box his face in. I mean, it sucks, man, because this was going to be one of the biggest fights of the year, and Alistair Overeem's career is destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Because this makes everything he's done up until this point, ever since he blew up, look like just because he was on juice. That's why he was able to do all that stuff. That's why he was able to take Todd Duffy and just go like this and push him back all the way and then hit him with I think it was a left hook and then a right hook and knock him out in like a second. Was able to take Brock Lesnar and shove him off of him. All this stuff. If he wasn't taking that stuff, would he have been able to do that? Because if you're not taking stuff like that, you can't train the same way. You don't feel as strong. You don't have that extra energy. You don't have that extra, Anyway, heavily interesting topic, crazy news. I want to know what you guys think. I really do. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break from videos. I got a root canal next week, and I got a tooth infection just from a bad cavity that I should have gotten taken care of, but I've been working and making so many YouTube videos I forgot to get it taken care of. So I'm probably not going to be doing many videos. I had to do this one because it's just crazy. But yeah, I'm feeling like shit until next Friday, until I get that root canal fixed, probably Saturday until that heals, or Sunday. So I'm going to take a little bit of time off from videos because I do have to work my regular shifts, 40 hours a week, and then I'll come back and do videos probably after. I'll try, but we'll see how it goes. Later, guys. Peace.